What is going on, guys? This is XpoZe. This is the first commentary I've had in a while, and you know what? I'm excited to be back doing them. I want to start putting up video every single day, if not every day, every other day, so that you guys have some stuff to watch and some stuff to listen to. In this video, it is a league play match. I went in by myself. I ended up dropping like 75 kills and 21 deaths or something stupid like that. So I hope you enjoy that. But I want to talk on a couple topics today, more than one. Some of them are going to be quick. Some of them are going to be in detailed. The first thing I want to talk about is the new Xbox One. I can't wait for that console, judging by what I saw. I'm kind of disappointed. It seems to be more of a entertainment system more than an actual console itself. But we haven't really got to see any gameplays other than what we saw from the trailers. I mean, we didn't see any gameplay, but we saw trailers for some of the games, including Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, I'm, unlike other people, not very excited for it, just because I love Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 2 from a competitive standpoint has been great to us so far, and is going to continue to be great for us. So I'm really worried that come Call of Duty Ghosts, especially with some of these new features like the glide, or the slide, and like the dive, and whatever else they added, I'm really scared to see them not implement some competitive features into it, like number one, a LAN system. So I'm really hesitant on jumping into that. But like I said about the Xbox One, it seems more like a entertainment system. We'll see a lot more, like I said, in E3. But I am excited for the system. I'm not sure how much it's going to be, but I think it's pretty cool with the television features they got there, as well as the movie, the internet browser, Skype, and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm excited for that, and I can't wait to pick that up in November whenever it comes out. But enough about the Xbox One and all that good stuff. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the FAL. Now today, for some of you guys who might have already heard, there was a rumor, and I'm pretty sure within the next 15 minutes, you guys will probably see this later on, so the FAL will be banned. And with that being said, no one will be able to use the FAL in competitive play, not just ICN, just competitive play anymore. My thoughts on that are pretty clear, as you saw from my FAL video before, my vlog. I think it's a bad decision, and like I said before, I'll play without the FAL. I'm not going to try to fight for the FAL. I'm not upset that the FAL's banned, but at the same time, I don't think it was the right decision to be made. And the reason for that is because, as of right now, we see a variety in guns. Alright? Like you see in this gameplay, I'm using an MSMC. But you also see some AN94s for the people who can't use the FAL. If everybody could use the FAL, everybody would use the FAL. But you see the AN94, and that's for people who can't use the FAL. You see the M8, that's for people who can't use the FAL. I personally cannot use the FAL, so I use both those guns. But like I said, you see the MSMC, the MP7, Scorpion a little bit. Maybe sometimes you'll see a PDW here and there. But for the most part, that's a pretty big variety of guns. With that being said, if that's gone, the FAL, okay, yeah, you only see one less gun with the FAL. But you're going to see like a lot less variety as far as our AR players. Like, you're going from 3 to 2. And for those of you guys who don't know, like, the FAL, people have made a fan base from that FAL being used. Just from the FAL, not because the gun is OP and they were bad before and now they became good because of that gun, but people like Clayster. Like, Clayster was a big name. He was known by a lot of people. He was a pro in every single Call of Duty. And now all of a sudden, the FAL, he became a monster with it. And people really started to attach to him because they're like, you know what? He's really good with this FAL. My FAL's my favorite gun. He's the FAL god. That's what he self-proclaimed himself as. And in all honesty, I'd have to agree with him for a little bit because it's helped him out tremendously. And when I say tremendously and helped him out, like, people really started following him because of the FAL alone. So I really don't think it's a good idea. A lot of people's arguments are, oh, everybody can use the FAL. That's not the case, because if everybody could use the FAL, there would be no M8s. If it's as OP as they say, there would be no M8s or AN94s if everybody could use it. Let's be real. If everybody could use the FAL and it was that overpowered, and it could really destroy SMGs that close range, and it could destroy M8s that far range, ANs mid range, like, no one would use anything but the FAL if it was that overpowered and everybody can use it. So for people to say that is kind of arrogant, because there's other SMGs out there, there's other ARs out there, like people are using other guns. And that's mainly a fact because they can't use the FAL, or they don't like the FAL, or whatever the case may be. So I'm kind of upset that it's banned a little bit. Not really upset, I don't think the word I should say is, but I'm kind of disappointed that it's banned. But hey, I'm going to continue to play without it. I never played with it, so I'm alright with it. And the reason why I don't think it's OP and why it's going to do the opposite people think that it's going to pretty much resurface some of the older pros, or resurface some of the older players, and desurface some of the newer players that got good with this FAL. And the reason why I think that's completely false and wrong is because just because they happen to be good with the FAL doesn't mean they weren't necessarily good with the other guns. And like, let me give you an example. Now, I use the M8 constantly, and the M8 is very inconsistent. Sometimes you'll 1 burst, sometimes it'll take 3 bursts to kill someone, sometimes even 4 bursts. So with that being said, now that everybody's going to have to be using that compared to a very consistent gun like the FAL, which consistently killed people with about the same amount of bullets, now that people are going to have to use different guns, or the M8, and everybody is on the M8 level, the people with the better shot, I guess you'd say, or the better connection are going to win. And the reason why I say that is not because they're a better player, but if you have a better connection, you're probably going to have a better chance of 1 bursting someone than someone who doesn't have a good connection, right? And even on LAN. I'm not saying the connection based on LAN, obviously, but I'm saying on LAN, you're going to have to deal with people that are getting some random 1 burst. Random 1 burst, random 2 bursts, like sometimes people, and then not to mention the 4 bursts that people are going to get. So it's a random gun and it adds randomness to the game. Now, do I think that it's a bad gun? No, obviously not. I've been using it. I think that and the AN-94 are great guns. But, like I said, the FAL is the most consistent gun. So with that being said, some people are going to fall off just because of this. Yes, I agree. Not everybody is going to fall off. And some of the older players that have been using this gun that weren't able to use the other ones, that weren't able to use the FAL, or some of the older players that are used to burst guns, like the M16 back in COD 4 and stuff like that, are going to be arising again. And it's going to be just a vicious circle. And eventually it's going to get to the point where someone's going to be like, well, this gun sucks, we can no longer use it, so we're going to use the AN-94, or they're going to find another gun that no one's tried using yet, and eventually they're going to be like, well, this gun is OP, we're going to have to ban that. And that's another reason why the FAL shouldn't have been banned, because once you ban one thing, it leads to banning another. Now, the Cat 40, I do agree, should have been banned. Would I have been okay if it stayed? Yeah, because everybody had the opportunity to use it. It's not like you couldn't use it. It's not like I said. It's not like one team could use it and the other team couldn't. Everybody had the same opportunity to use the gun. So I just feel like this was a bad decision in a way, because now it's kind of closing the, I wouldn't say skill gap, but in a way it kind of is. But it's definitely closing the variety of guns that are going to use, and it's kind of restricting you now to 1 and 2 ARs. Probably going to be 2 ARs, especially if it's a, like for example, if you're using a M8, you're not going to be able to lose a gunfight long range to an AN-94. If you do, your shot should be definitely checked out. You definitely need some help with that. So it's going to definitely lower down the different variety of guns as far as the ARs go. And it's kind of upsetting, but hey, you know what? We decided to do it. There's nothing I can do. My voice doesn't really matter at this point anymore. It's already been done. So I wish all you guys who do use the FALs the best of luck adapting to the other guns. I'm sure you'll be fine. It won't be as difficult as everybody seems to think that it will be. In the end, it is Call of Duty. Everybody does play Call of Duty, so just because you can't use one gun doesn't mean you're going to be bad at the game now. But I do want to say thank you for watching this video. This 71 and 21 gameplay is coming to an end here, and so is my commentary. I'm very excited for the Xbox One. Very excited to see how the competitive community goes without the FAL. I appreciate you guys for watching. Please toss this video a like down at the bottom. Also, give me a comment on what's your opinion on the FAL being banned, Xbox, as well as Call of Duty Ghosts. Thanks for watching. Subscribe up at the top. I love you all. Peace.
Mission directive achieved. Well done.